Key lime cupcakes. That's a yes. Okay, let's make some mini zesty key lime cupcakes. I cannot wait. We're going to start with our cake hack that I always do. I love Duncan Hines, so I'm using the white uh, cake mix. Instead of a half of a cup of oil, we do a cup of melted butter. We do 3 eggs. It says egg whites, but we're doing eggs. And then instead of a cup of water, we do a cup of milk. I happen to have whole milk. Okay, so since these are key lime, we are then going to zest and juice some lime. So first thing we're going to do is zest. And so you just get your zester and just get the top green part off. Don't go into the white. These are teeny tiny limes. That's what they had. Every time I've gotten limes lately, they've been teeny tiny. Okay, all of those are zested, and now I've squeezed the juice out of 3 of them. But let me show you. You press down and roll the lime before you cut it, and it just kind of helps the juices release easier. And we're gonna juice these things. And since those were really small, it didn't make a ton of lime juice. And so for the cake, it says 1 to 2 tablespoons. But we need 2 to 3 in the icing. So I'm just going to put 1 tablespoon. If you have more, feel free to add more. I'm going to put most of the zest in, but I'm going to leave a little bit just to sprinkle on the tops of them, just because it adds so much. Just have those little green flecks on there. Okay. Now you put it in the mixer, 30 seconds on low and 2 minutes on medium. And I am doing mini ones, so get you a small cookie scoop. I've got 36 liners in the muffin pans, but I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've done mini ones. I'm not sure how many it does, so we're just going to see. There we go. And it smells so good already. It smells like key lime. Thank heavens. Perfectly filled up 48 mini cupcakes. And like when these come out, when I say they're mini, they're still a great size. So that's a great option to the really big ones. Okay, going to put them in the oven. I'll let you know how long it takes. And I've got to get everything cleaned up because we're going to go on to salted caramel cupcakes coming up. Now for the buttercream. I have sifted 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. That's not necessary, but I have found when you're using piping tips, it's so much easier to sift the powdered sugar or it gets stuck. Okay, but first what we're going to do is we're going to put a cup of softened butter in a mixer, or you can use a hand mixer. Beat it on medium for about a minute until it gets really smooth. Okay, I'm scraping down the sides, and then we are going to add the zest of a small lime. So I'm adding some more of that zest that I did. I have 4 very small limes. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Can't beat homemade vanilla. And 1/4 of a teaspoon salt. And then you're going to mix on low until all of that is mixed together. So now is when we add the powdered sugar. I'm going to scrape down the sides first. And you add it a little at a time unless you want a powder cloud in your face. But so I don't know how much to put in there. Maybe a cup, half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. Still got a powder cloud. And I wipe down the sides as often as I need to. And then when it gets really stiff, we're going to add the lime juice that we had left. And in the meantime, the cupcakes were done, so I took those out. 14 minutes was how long it took in my oven, and they are perfectly done. This is getting more stiff, so I'm going to start adding the lemon juice with it. Lemon. We're not making lemon cupcakes, we're making lime. So the lime juice. And scraping down the sides. And I will put in the last of the powdered sugar. and just see if we need more lime juice. I'm just going to put just a tad bit more in. You just want it to the consistency where it's going to be easy to squeeze onto the cupcakes. And if you put too much, like if it, you can tell that it's like way too thin, you can always add a little bit more powdered sugar and then we'll thicken it up. Smells incredible. Let's decorate. Well, let's let them cool down. Then let's decorate. I absolutely love mini cupcakes. Just so good. Now the worst part where I have to taste it. Yum, yum, yum. Zesty lime, delicious. Make it.